Din by Rudyard Kipling. Talk of gin and beer when you're quartered safe out here. Your centipede need fighting all the shot at. But when it comes to slaughter, you'll do your work on water and you'll lick the bloomin' boots of him that's got it. Now in India's sunny clime, I used to spend me time serving of Her Majesty the Queen. And of all the black-faced crew, the finest man I knew was our regimental Vista Gunga Din. Din, you limping lumper, brick this Gunga Din. Hi, slippery hither row, want to get it, punny low, you squishy nose, so idle Gunga Din. Now that uniform he wore was nothing much before, and rather less than half of it behind. For a piece of twisty rag, a goatskin water bag was all the filled equipment he could find. When the sweat and troop train laid, deciding through the day, where the heat would make your bloody eyebrows crawl, we shouted, Harry, bye, till our throats were prickly dry, then we whopped him cause he couldn't serve us all. It was Din, you heathen, where the mischief have you been? Put some jolty in it, or I'll marrow you this minute if you don't fill up my Elma Gunga Din. I shan't forget the night when I dropped behind the fight with a bullet where my belt should have been. I was choking mad with thirst. The man who fired me first was our good old grinning, grunting Gunga Din. He took my head, laid me down beside him, and then he gave me half a pint of water green. It was crawling and it stunk, but of all the drinks I drunk, I was gratefulest to the one from Gunga Din. Oh, Din, you beggar, here's a bullet with a bullet in his thing. He's chawing up the ground and he's kicking all around. For God's sake, get some water, Gunga Din. He carried me away to where a dooley lay, and a bullet came and drilled the beggar clean. He put me safe inside, and just before he died, I hope you like your drinks at Gunga Din. Din, you Lazarusian leather Gunga Din. I belted you and flayed you by the living God that's made you. You're a better man than I am, Gunga Din. Parsley, sage, rosemary, garlic, butter, and thyme for the Jackie Jett Show. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to the Jackie Jett Show. I have a guy here who is so famous you would not believe how famous this guy is. Let me read you a little introduction about him. He's been an artist since he was just a young little whippersnapper. He used to work as a commercial illustrator before becoming a cartoonist. His cartoon Bizarro was first syndicated in 1985, and he has built a loyal following in the U.S., Canada, Europe, Paul, that's overseas, Asia, and South America. The cartoon has received awards from the National Cartoonist Society, but in addition to that, something I just read about this man is he used to sell Christian books too. And knowing that, he can make a killing here in this neighborhood selling Christian books. Please say hello to Dan Piraro. Welcome, Dan.
Thank you for that introduction.
I'm so thrilled to have you here. I want to ask you this, first of all, what is the difference between a cartoon and a comic?
A few letters. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, there's no difference. It's the same thing. I love the laugh track. That
well, our audience is just really, they find anything fascinating. They're drunk.
I've noticed that. So, drunk audiences are always the best. Yeah, there's no difference. You can call it a cartoon or a comic. It doesn't matter. People always ask that, but it doesn't matter.
Are there some people that get offended if they're consider themselves a cartoonist, but yet you're not one. You would not be one of those people.
No, I don't think anybody really gets offended by that. Not that I know of.
Okay. And there are 10 collections of these Bizarro comics?
11 now, yes.
11. And a collection means basically a book.
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what it means.
And we have some photographs we'll be showing here that from your book. How long does it take to put a collection together?
Well, it depends. You can usually get like a year's worth of cartoons in a book. This recent one is all color Sunday stuff, and so it's got like maybe 200 color Sundays, and so I don't know, how long does it take? Any mathematicians in the room? How long does it take to have 200 Sundays?
It takes a very long time.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so this one took a long time.
Well, I mean, the things that end up in your collection or in your book, they were things that were also in the newspaper?
Yes.
And then you just color them in and then make a book out of it?
Yeah, well, of course, the Sunday ones are already color. On Sundays, but yeah, basically they're the ones that it's just the whole secret to capitalism that you find in Cindy. You get paid more than once for the same amount of work.
I love that.
I do too. That's my favorite kind of thing. So I get paid for having them in the paper, and then I get paid again for having them in a book. And then each time somebody buys a book, I get paid again.
And then another form of that is that then you come on this television show and we give you free chilled bottled water, which is an added bonus to all of that.
Yeah.
Which I just noticed something, Dan. They turned on the OSHA, the Department of Safety and Television, has turned on the...
oh, thanks for telling me. I didn't notice that. The safety
so we have to be careful just in case there's any explosions going on.
Got it.
One thing I wanted to ask you about is you're doing a show, and I don't know, it's called the Bizarro Bologna or Bologna?
Bologna.
Bologna.
The Bizarro Bologna Show, the American pronunciation.
Okay, good, because I was going to be embarrassed if I pronounced it Bologna and then you said Bologna, and I would be like, because he's been in Europe and all of that.
I'm a very low maintenance guy. I don't get upset by a lot of things. Really.
Okay, well, tell me about that show.
Okay, well, I just started this a few months ago, and it's a one man stage show. I'm the one man, and it lasts about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I do some songs. I do some puppets.
Puppets?
I have a mind-reading fish.
Oh, a psychic salmon.
Psychic salmon,
I read about that. You know, we had the singing psychic on our show, Fran Baskerville.
Really?
Yes.
I'm sorry I missed that.
I have to tell you that you got me beat with a singing salmon.
Yeah, psychic salmon.
Psychic salmon.
It doesn't really sing, although it could sing. I assume it could sing.
Well, what has this salmon predicted anything that's really come true?
Well, actually what it is, he reads the audience. He's more of a clairvoyant salmon, really. He reads the audience members' minds. And so it just depends on what the audience is thinking. He predicts different things about people in the audience. And
where does one find a psychic salmon?
He came to me.
You're kidding.
No, he came to me, I'm just the luckiest guy, the best karma.
And you do this as a variety. When you say a variety show, do you sing?
Did I say a variety show?
I said a variety show.
When you say a variety show, do I sing?
When I say it's a variety show, do you sing?
I do sing. Yes, I sing. Yeah, I sing songs that I've written for the show, and like I said, I do some puppets. There's like a little performance, kind of a performance art piece with a costume, kind of an optical illusion thing. I show some slides and talk about some of the cartoons that I've drawn over the years, and I tell embarrassing stories about other cartoonists, people that have passed out drunk on my shoulder or vomited on my pants, that kind of thing.
Well, here, I want to ask you about this because I read that you did this tour where you traveled around the United States and you stayed in the homes of fans.
Yes, I did.
That takes a lot of guts.
Stupidity.
Yeah, and stupidity. How was that?
It was actually a lot of fun.
I bet.
I just sent I had like just thousands of people who had emailed me, and I kept their addresses. And then one day I got the idea. I thought, I'm just going to send out a letter to all the people who have written me and say, I want to come to your city and sign books and shake hands and kiss babies. But I need plane tickets.
Special.
I need plane tickets and a place to stay and someone to drive me around and feed me. And I got all these offers. I mean, I thought it was kind of a gag, but I got all these offers. So I started doing that, and I went to all these different cities and stayed at people's houses. And, some of them had guest rooms, some of them had a futon on the floor. Sometimes I slept in the kids' room. The kids slept on the couch. Not with the children, of course. No. But, I would sleep in a little mermaid bed with a canopy over the top, and the little girl gets pushed out on the sleeping bag.
Any psychos?
One psycho. Everybody kept telling me that I was going to be killed during this, and I said, there are not that many crazy people in the world. It's just, I know this is, it was a leap of faith, and I only got one crazy guy, and he lived in a really bad neighborhood in San Francisco in the Mission area, and he was nutty, and he kind of convinced me he was going to kill me, but then as it turned out, he wasn't.
He wasn't nutty, or he wasn't going to kill you?
He wasn't going to kill me. He was a little nutty.
Okay, now, you hide jokes in your cartoons. And then once I read that,
most people think the jokes I'm putting in the captions are hidden too, but that's another issue.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do hide other jokes in there as well, yeah.
And which I thought was really cool, and so that got me really looking for the hidden things.
Yeah.
And then I read that you had a girlfriend, and you started putting your girlfriend's name and her friends' names in your comics, hiding. And
yes.
Then you guys split up, and yet still she lives on in infamy.
Yeah, who told you all that?
I just read a lot.
That's interesting. Yeah. Once I've done that a number of people, but as the symbols become incorporated in the cartoon, people start looking for them, and yeah, I don't kill the symbols with the girlfriends.
Oh, you don't?
No. But yeah.
Would you ever? Well, let me ask you two questions. In
fact, there's a new symbol that appeared this week representing a new woman that I'm seeing now.
I thought you were married now.
No.
You're not?
Oh.
And then I also read that you facilitate a divorce group. You want to talk about that, or are you not? Is that something a little touchy?
It's very secret.
Is it?
No, not at all. Yeah, I went through this divorce support group when I had a divorce 6 years ago, and then I went back to facilitate it for a few years. I just recently stopped doing
it. They just start going. They're hearing some music and they go like this.
I saw that.
I guess we have to close. We have to run because we're going to see a video short now.
Cool.
We're going to watch a video short called Who is the Mole? It's by a director from California named Pat Battistini. But we do want to say to you, Dan, we love you. We want to marry you. We want to have your children. We want you to come back and visit us anytime here on the Jackie Jett Show. We are always here every Thursday night.
I will say yes to all those offers.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Is everybody up to speed? Now the next plan is go back to your rooms. It's going to be a laptop. Get on it and vote on who you think the mole is. Okay? Is everybody clear? Let's go.
Oh, it can't be Ed. Could maybe? No. Chris? Out of the question. Max? No. It's Pat. It's Pat. Who's it going to be? No, it's not Joe. Maybe Max. Definitely not Ann. I know. It's gotta be Pat.
到底是谁呢？他们不像是会骗人的人，所以一定是别人。那我再想想看到底是谁？哦，我知道了，一定是 Pat。
No, I think that's just him. Catherine's got that, she's kind of overly friendly. But, oh my God, it's Pat.
Nah, it's not gonna be Joe. What about Chris? Pat! That's who it is. It's Pat. I thought it was Pat.
I like it. That's good. Just like that. Spank that ass. Who's your daddy? Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Ooh, baby.
Pat, the jig is up. They know you're the mole.
Huh?
How could that be? I didn't do anything out of the ordinary.
Maybe we didn't do so good with the cover-up. I don't know. But the one thing you should think about, there's always next season.
Do I still get my money?
Welcome back. So we did find out who the mole was there, thanks to Pat Battassini from Los Angeles, California. Let me just tell you this, that Webster's Dictionary defines beauty as qualities that give pleasure to the senses or exalt the mind. I truly believe that Mr. Webster had our next guest in mind when he wrote that. She is one of the greatest actresses working in the cinema today. She has often been compared with Grace Kelly, with Catherine Deneuve, and with the body of Pamela Anderson. And of course, I'm talking about none other than Miss Edna Jean Robinson. Edna?
Oh.
Oh, honey, you're so, bless your heart.
Oh.
You always know how to make an entrance.
You got a Band-Aid?
We'll get one for you. We'll get one for you. Come here. You're just so taken with Paul. Have a seat. Have a seat. You look ravishing, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
It's felt.
It is. It is. And you felt it. I'm not going to ask you to put on the safety glasses because the warning is off right now. I do want to thank you right off the bat for fitting us into your busy schedule. I know how busy you are shooting films and doing this and doing that.
I brought you some gifts. I went to the store today and they had Valentine candy off, like 95% off.
Wow.
So I bought you some candy.
You're so thoughtful, and you're so considerate. I want to ask you this, Edna. I'd like to ask you this. I know people think of you as this glamorous film star, and but I do know that you came from humble beginnings, as they say. You want to tell us about your upbringing?
Well, I was born in Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
My mother's name is Eula Jean, and my father's name is Bubba.
Uh-huh.
We just call him Bub for short because my little brother, his name is Bubba too, so we just call him Bub and Bubba so we don't get them too confused.
Right.
And I grew up in a trailer park, Swan's Trailer Park in Ardmore, Oklahoma.
Right.
It's right outside of Ardmore. I was really lucky because later they made the city a little larger, so I got to go to public school.
Oh.
So that was really nice, and we've got a big family. So the single wide wasn't real big, and we would sit around the table every Sunday and pray that we would get a double wide.
And you did?
And yes, we did.
That is
yes,
so
we did.
Great.
Compliments of the Lighthouse Assembly of God Church in Ardmore.
That's really.
Thank you.
That's well, let me ask you this: are any of your relatives in show business?
My sister Elizabeth is.
She is?
Yes.
An actress?
Yes, she lives in New York City.
She does?
She does.
And is she in Broadway or?
Well, she does a little bit of everything. It's porno, I think.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I know we have a calendar. You did a calendar, and I want to show some
yes.
clips from that because it was just one of the most amazing, glamorous calendars
thank you.
that I've ever seen. So we're going to be pulling that up. But I want to ask you, why did you Edna Jean, superstar that you are, why did you choose to do a calendar? That seems kind of beneath you.
Well, I mean, it was a logical progression of things.
It was.
Yes, because we were doing a greeting card line, and we had all of these great shots, and we had about 30 greeting cards. And this is Andrew Kyle, the photographer.
Oh, famous photographer.
Fabulous, fabulous photographs, and has photographed every star in the world. And we've been working together now for several years, and we had all of these great pictures, and we decided to expand on that and do a 2002 calendar.
And I know that in the, as well as in the calendar, there are recipes for some really, is your knee okay?
I'm bleeding a little.
Oh my God.
It's okay.
You think you'll be okay? Paul can take care of that later. I do want to ask you about Paul. How does it feel being Paul's current love nugget?
Love nugget?
Uh-huh.
It's really quite exciting. When he called me at 3:30 in the morning the other day, and it was really 3:30 in the morning, and the amazing thing was that I was still awake. I was reading a script that Martin Scorsese had sent me.
Ugh.
And I was reading the script, and he called, and I knew exactly who he was, and I've been thinking about him for quite some time, so I didn't really know what to say. And when he asked me out, of course I said yes right away, but then, you know, I didn't want to seem too anxious.
No, you don't want to do that.
Right.
No. I do want to ask you about this. We're going to show a film clip that you did, which is really amazing. I know that you're known in the cinema world as a very versatile actress. In fact, there have been some roles where you have played a man. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That
yes.
is amazing. But the piece that we're going to see tonight is a piece from Daisy, a clip.
From the Daisy.
That I think you were nominated for an Oscar for this dramatic. And I tell you that still today, when I watch this piece, it brings a tear or two or three to my eye. Will you enjoy this, please?
You know, I used to walk the streets here in Ardmore, and I worked at the Deb Miller's Dairy Freeze right on Main Street. Betty Jane was really nice to me. Not too much mustard, she'd say. Making those chili dogs. Those dilly dip cones are sure good, weren't they? I'm having a hard time today. I've been thinking about this little song I used to sing growing up. It used to make my mama laugh. She'd laugh. I'm gonna sing it for you tonight. Mama's little baby love short and Mama's little baby love short and bread. Mama's little baby love is shortening. Mama's little baby love is shortening bread. I'd sing that song, and Mama would laugh. Where's everybody going? Where's everybody going? It's okay, I really didn't die.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
Oh, God.
But you know, I got a lot of sympathy cards and stuff, and people actually really did think that I died, and that was really frightening for
your friends.
Yes,
yeah.
It was.
Do you think that you'll ever settle down and just raise a family?
Yeah, oh, I certainly hope so.
Yeah, but Do you think that you're going to have to leave the Hollywood community behind in order to do that?
No, I don't think so at all. I mean, there's so many famous actresses that are really being mothers on their own. Jodie Foster. I can't think of anyone else, but there's plenty of people that are working. Sissy Spacek has done it for how long?
Yeah.
55 years.
Yes.
So I mean, I think that I am a woman that can have it all.
All right. I do want to ask you this because I want to know, what is it like being Edna Jean Robinson, being the epitome of beauty in everyone's eyes? What is that like?
Well, that's really sweet of you to say that. I find it very difficult to always, people look up to me to be always, to be on top of fashion and be a fashion trendsetter, and always looking to set the example for, the less fortunate, if I'm going to say so. It's sometimes it's frightening, and sometimes it's really exciting, because this is the new color of the season.
It's beautiful.
And I think I'm the first one to wear this color.
You're beautiful.
In a long time.
Well, we've got to say goodbye. I want to have you back in a couple of weeks, and I want you to come back and let's do a song together.
Oh, I'd love to.
And we're going to have to wrap it up now. I want to say thank you to Edna Jean. Thank you to Dan Piraro. Thank you to Edna Jean's publicist. Thank you to her agency and her management and her wardrobe people. And I want to thank our incredible crew and thank our dancers who were absolutely amazing.
They were
beautiful. Absolutely. We love that. So, please send out those love vibes to our crew, because they're pretty hip and happening. We'll see you guys next week. Peace, love.
Say goodnight to the red cock.
Good night, red cock.